Are you stuck in the past, in your own head, in life, in your career, in your relationship, or perhaps your marriage? Now, as I was saying that sentence, if something stirred inside you, then this video is definitely for you. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Zephyr Kambata. I am an authentic life success coach based in Singapore. I don't want to make things too formal. That's really not my style. If you're one of my subscribers and you've been enjoying my YouTube videos, thanks for being here. For everybody else, today I'm answering the question, why am I stuck? Now, we've all asked that question from time to time. And I've seen that question come again and again and again and again in all the clients that I've been coaching for the last 5 to 6 years. And before that, even when I was teaching in the music and media space for another 10 to 12 years. Everyone at some point gets stuck and we need help to come out of it. And I'm here to help. That's my job. I'm a coach. So I've done that myself, become unstuck many times in my life. And I'm now so good at getting unstuck so quickly that people are always commenting in real life, not just on socials. They're going, "Yo, that was fast. How did you turn that one around? How did you?" I thought you had depression for like a month. What happened? That's so fast. You seem happy. I get comments like that all the time because I've sort of mastered this. And I'm sure for those of you listening, you've mastered something or the other in your life. And when you know how to do that, it gets really fun. It's like if as a kid, your bicycle kept falling down and now it doesn't fall down anymore and you know how to cycle straight, you're going to love that. I'm sorry, my throat was a bit scratchy. I've been just off of Facebook Live, and now we're on YouTube Live. So for me, I'm launching a course over time in about a month or two, to put together all the things I've learned with working with all my clients privately. And this is a question that we need to address right at the start, because anytime somebody wants a success course or success coaching, that literally means going from where you are to where you want to be. And if you're coming to somebody for coaching, as we all do, you're not being able to go from where you are to where you want to be, which basically means you're stuck. So we need to get out of that stuckness ASAP. Now, I'm going to answer this right now without dilly-dallying anymore. And the simple answer to why you're stuck is because you don't know who you are. You've forgotten who you are. Now, these are very powerful words with a lot of implications, very deep meanings in both real life and in spirituality. We can't possibly cover everything on this live. It's not a 2-hour live. I don't have 100,000 subscribers, and so nobody's sticking on to every word for 2 hours. So I would like to make this a short YouTube live where you get a sense of what I'm trying to say and you action that tip that I give you in today's live quickly, and you see the results in your life ASAP. I'm going to keep doing that for the next 30 or so days leading up to the release of this course. A very important course, which over time I realized is my main course now, because I have released courses on fitness, on spirituality. I've coached clients in success, in life, helped them with card readings and so on and so forth, and got them, from bad places to good places, which I will share a case study with you later. But I've realized this has got to be the flagship course, because everybody, including my drum students from 15 years ago, are asking me, why am I stuck? I don't know how to get past this area. So I'd like to get you all past this area ASAP. So let's elaborate on that answer. Because you don't know who you are, that is in real life, and that's also spiritually. Now, our soul came here with a mission and a purpose. That is for damn sure. Think about it this way. When you were young, you probably knew what you wanted. You easily reached for an ice cream or a sweet, or to meet someone, or to hug a friend of a different skin color in the playground. Over time, people have put their preferences and their guidelines upon us. By the way, I'm going to keep looking to the left because that's where I wrote my notes, to help you guys to not waste your time and not just keep rambling, but to actually give you some real substance. So pardon me if I keep looking this way. Now, think about this for a sec. You're a unique soul and a unique life. right? Because if you believe in God and the universe and so on, you're spiritual and you're religious and whatever you are, if you believe in a higher power or intelligent design or human design, and you know that your body and your soul came here to be an individual, how can it be that if you keep following everyone else's opinions, beliefs, guidelines, that you're living as an individual? You're not. So you have to ask yourself, what is the point of your life? So sit yourself in a room and go, what is the point of my life? Figure that out. Whether you need a temple, whether you need spiritual healing, whatever, you want to talk to me, you need coaching, figure that shit out. What is the purpose of your life? Of course, I teach you how to do that, and so do many other coaches. Now, if many of your other coaches have not been able to teach you that, you're more than welcome to engage me. Let's have a chat. So, if you're living in a unique way and you're living a unique life and you know the point of your life, then it is likely that you will not be asking the question, why am I stuck? And this is going to be shit soup for some people, and you've just got to drink it and you've got to put aside your ego if you actually want to learn and get better and realize, because inside you, I used to have an ego too. And I'm going, no, I know the purpose for my life. Yeah. But the next morning I'm asking, why am I stuck? It's because you don't actually know the purpose. That's why. You may know a little bit of that purpose. You may be on the route to discovering the purpose. You may think you know the purpose. You may have been told the purpose and forgotten it. Whatever it is, there is a possibility that something happened there. And for most of us, it's other people's, guidelines and rules and preferences that we've allowed ourselves to get pulled out this way. Picture it. And we need to snap back to this to know who we are. And only then would we be not stuck. And I'm going to elaborate to you and explain that to you very, very clearly so you never have that confusion ever again. Now, you might be stuck in two ways. The first way could be the actual direction of where you're going. So that could be a job you picked. That could be a career you're at, a spouse you picked, the home you live in, the country you live in, big stuff, actual directions and planning. Whether I'm exercising 8 times today or 2 times in a month, a choice, a big choice with a actual direction, that is where you could be stuck. You're not sure. Should I take this job or that job? You're at a crossroads. You're here and you don't know where to go. So you're stuck that way. Another way you could be stuck is how you actually behave and show up in your life, regardless of what you choose. And that's the most spiritual thing, which is whether you're in a prison or you're, licking chocolate roses off your spouse's nipples, whatever your thing is, right? That's just something that came to me. We don't do that. Because honestly, how would the rose balance there? I mean, so I'm just saying. So like, whichever you're doing, you're amazing and you're not stuck. You know exactly what to do that day. Even in the prison, you know what to do. Like, okay, I'm going to pray, I'm going to exercise, then I'm going to this, then I'm going to make friends with the God. I'm going to learn from this convict. I'm going to learn from the pastor. I'm going to learn from this psychologist. I'm going to see how I can have good behavior. Great. Having an amazing sex life today. What am I going to do? I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. Neither position you're stuck, right? So the way you show up. So you could be stuck in the way you show up, or you could be stuck in the actual direction. And for many people, and for most of us, it's both. We're stuck in both ways. And that is a recipe for disaster, distress, pain, and probably why you're still watching this YouTube video, because you're like, okay, how do I get unstuck? Let's talk about that. So think about this for a sec. If you knew who you are, and I want you to, even if you're an amazing human right now, I want you to keep this in mind for the future. If you knew who you are, you wouldn't be living in the past. And I'll tell you why. Because a person who knows who they are spiritually, they know what they need to be on this earth. And if you know what you need to be, then you would know what you need to do to be that person. And what you need to do are literally just your actions. And just like a quote I put out in the past, which you could find on my other Instagram account, Messenger of Divine Wisdom, eventually once it's up there, Your actions are just the physical manifestation of your spiritual will on earth. So if you knew who you are, you're gonna know who you want to be and who you are being, and then you know the actions you need to take on a daily basis, and then you'd be in a state of doing. And people who are in a state of doing are always in the present, always. I have never met an action taker who goes, "Yeah, let's sit down and talk about the past for 8 hours." It's never happened. It's never happened. It's maybe half a sentence is a thought and then it disappears. It's like, oh yeah, that one time I actually, I sold this to that person, but never mind, let's not talk about that. And then they go back to the main point, which is in the now. And I've done that myself in the now. Just today, I told my wife, why are we wasting so much time on a bullshit conversation about nothing? Don't get me wrong. We have great conversations about things we actually need to discuss and solve for hours in a week. And other couples have heard that and gone like, you guys are crazy. So we do talk. But I don't like to waste time on bullshit when I'm in my action taking mode. So you live fully in the present. So if you knew who you were, you could not, by definition, be stuck in the past. If you understand my explanation from the spiritual will to down to the actions, to down to the doing and the being and the so on. Now, whether you're stuck in the past or stuck timidly in a relationship or work arrangement you don't want to be in, it all boils down to you not being sure of yourself. It's fear. And the reason you have this fear is because you've forgotten who you are, both in life and spiritually, just as I explained to you earlier. Now, we've often seen that Instagram bro friend we have who goes, with God, all things are possible. And that's not even a quote, that's the Instagram bio. Why is that? Are they trying to come across as some cliche Christian person? No, of course they're not. And they don't even know that they're coming across as that. So, what are they referring to when they say that? When they say that, what they're saying is that they found out their spiritual mission on earth and that they are backed by God and the universe, and then nothing can go wrong. In a sense, you could chop off their finger and they would still keep continuing. Now, I'm hoping that that's what they mean. I know many people do mean that, so that's great about, that they found God. Some, of course, are just still scared. And those people we see in religions and actually even outside religions, just humans in general can be very scared. I've been very scared in my life. I'm sure you have too. So we can get very scared and go, we go to the temple and go, oh, I hope this doesn't happen. And then you're like, yeah, with God, I'm strong. Yeah. And you're still in a state of fear. So let's hope you're not doing that. And I don't want to make an example of those people, and God bless them and hope they go forward on their journey. But I'm talking about those who've arrived at the point where they know their spiritual will and mission, and they know that now, it's time to go forward. And nothing can go wrong because we're exactly where we need to be. Another Instagram quote. But it's true though. So now this fear that you have, it could be fear of the unknown. It could be fear of hurting people's feelings because you're used to being such a doormat. Just saying the truth. And it could be because there could be multiple reasons for fear, right? Now, we need to eradicate this fear so that we can show up with joy all the time. And when we show up with joy all the time, it's unlikely that we're going to go, why am I stuck? You never have a person full of joy going, why am I stuck? It's usually a despairing state that goes, why am I stuck, right? So I teach you how to do that in module 1 of my upcoming course, Expressing Your Gifts. And the name of the module, I've called it on purpose, obviously, because I created the course. I've called it Uncovering Yourself, because we need to uncover the shit, my friends, of what was put on us. We need to uncover the shit, or the bad things, or the things, and the people's opinions, and our parents' opinions, and our children's opinions, and our wife and husband's needs, and your best friend's needs, and how many ever birthday parties they want to have with how many ever liquor bottles. I don't drink liquor anymore. It sucks. So we need to uncover you to get you back to where you wake up in the morning and go, how come I don't have more time to do this? Because that's what I ask every morning. It's not why am I stuck? It's, ugh, I wish I could just magic 8 hours into this slot of 1 hour so I can expand the length of the video I'm creating, how I'm creating it, the software I'm using, the tools I'm using, the research I'm doing, and so on. I wish I could just expand this amazing sex I'm having with my wife right now from 20 minutes to 2 hours. I wish I could just expand the time I'm spending with my daughter from 5 minutes to 55 minutes. I wish I could expand this trip overseas to meet my parents and love them and take care of them from 1 week to 100 weeks and still not have any time passed in the real human world. Now, those are the questions that a person who is on path and not stuck is asking. We are looking at our lives and we're going, holy shit, I have 500 things to accomplish before I die, before I finish my mission on earth here in this, soul plan. And I'm not saying the word achieve because I'm addicted to achievement or anything. I'm just saying to do. Just substitute that with to do. I have 500 things left to do that I know I need to do. And there's only 50 years left. At least I think there's only 50 years left. And the human body is aging day by day. I'm spending nights, I'm burning the midnight oil. It's 11:57 p.m. right now in Singapore on Valentine's Day. We had a good Valentine's Day, but I made use of the rest of the day. I had to fetch my mom-in-law from the hospital after a surgery. Then we had a little, a little lovey time with me and my wife. We talked about house logistics. We talked about a dinner menu. We talked for the house to tell a helper what to cook. We talked about career. I worked on a Facebook Live and a YouTube Live, two actually of each. I spent time with my daughter. We had amazing fun, lots of kisses, hugs, tickles, and so on. Had a shower. Talked to my family on WhatsApp. Lots of things going on today. I might even exercise after this. So we need to, the human body is aging, and we're like, how do we get time to go do what we need to do? So that is somebody who's unstuck. And so if you're on the path of going from stuck to unstuck, let's just stop and congratulate you because you know where you need to go. And that's good. And where you want to go, rather. I don't want to put another guideline on you. So you know where you want to go, and that's good. But now, how do we go there? So I teach that in my course and in my upcoming coaching. Not upcoming coaching, sorry. All my past coaching and upcoming coaching, because I will still see clients one-on-one. But I will drop you a tip, obviously. This is not just an advertisement video. This is YouTube where I really help people, and I love to help people and love to have people help me. So we'll drop you a very quick question to ask yourself to help yourself to go from stuck to unstuck and to remember who you are, right? Which is the reason why you're stuck, because you've forgotten who you are. And the question I want you to ask yourself is, if I had a choice, what would I choose? And I'm trying not to yawn or burp in the middle of this very serious moment, but I'm a casual human being. I apologize. It is alive. So let's say I was buying a microphone for my YouTube video. Do I want this microphone or that microphone? Not because my wife said, let's just buy this because it's cheaper. No. Not you decide what microphone I want. If it's my YouTube video and my YouTube channel, I decide what microphone I want. Do I want, let's say, and I did this in the Facebook Live too, but it's a good example. Let me give it to you in real time. Right now, my throat feels scratchy from a lot of speaking. So if I had a choice, would I just keep talking to look professional? I don't think you're going to be one of my viewers if you need somebody to look professional. We're the wrong match. I don't need to look shit. What I mean is I don't need to look anything. I just need to be who I am, and you would see right through all the bullshit pretenses. So would I just keep talking to look professional, or would I have a sip of coffee right now, which I'm about to do, and feel better in my throat and feel more alert? I would have the sip of coffee, and I just did, and I feel fucking great. And now so do you, because you're observing a human who knows what they want and isn't afraid to get it. And I'd like to observe the same in you, for you. And believe it or not, everyone around you at first, whoa, let's say your name is John. Like, what the hell is John doing? I thought John likes to come and play soccer with us. And John's like, no, I was just pretending for all these years. Because now you're asking yourself, if I had a choice, instead of just making my friends feel good that they have an additional player on the team, what would I do? Oh, I actually wanted to go fishing with my son. Oh, okay. Oh, no, wait, we're not into animal cruelty. We're not even going to fish. We're just going to go to the ocean and watch. Okay, go do that. I'm like, where's John? He's at the ocean watching the ocean. Like, can you believe this guy? That happens for a few weeks and then they're gone. Or they are actual friends and they stick around. And then you go, holy shit, bliss. Now I have Saturday mornings free to do whatever the fuck I want to do every Saturday because now I'm no longer pretending to this group of friends. And that, my friend, John, is how you are becoming again who you are. And once you know who you are, you will never be stuck. Because people who know who they are full of joy, are action takers, and they never get stuck. They may stumble, they may fail, because that's what happens when you move. You stumble and you fail. Even if you're driving a fast car, you may hit a road bump, but you're never stuck. So you're never going to ask that question again. Why am I stuck? You'll never be stuck again if you figure out who you are. Two sentences that don't really look like they match, but that is the magic, my friends, of spirituality. And that's what I teach. And that's how I've done everything so far and got 28 media features, successes in things I just joined a year ago, for example, multiple times in multiple fields. And people going, how did you do that? I'm like, because I'm spiritually tuned and I use magic and the power of the universe to do it in ways that may not make sense to you because you're like, what? Like, why am I stuck? How do I get unstuck? Bash the wall. You can't bash the wall. You can't bash the wall. You need innovative solutions. That's why people who have exciting knowledge put those into courses and books. And that's what I'm doing right now. And I'm putting it into a course called Expressing Your Gifts. Just like you may have some amazing knowledge you'd like to share with the world. How to kick a ball, how to curve it into the top left net, in soccer. How to cook amazing vegan food that doesn't harm animals. Let's say you're an animal eater. How to cook amazing beef. Let's say you are a drink maker or you have a passion to sew or bake or be a lawyer even. Or you are a lawyer right now. You're like, yeah, this guy makes sense. If I had a choice, I would want to stop practicing law because I've done it for 25 years and now teach law to young lawyers because I'm fucking excellent. You might be telling yourself, and you might be. And, these are things I've accumulated over 25 years. How do I share this with people now? Maybe that's what you want to do. You want to do different things. You know inside yourself what you want to do. But it's been lost, my friends. So we need to get it back. You need to remember who you are. I'll give you a case study of a client I had. I can't tell you her name, obviously, because of confidentiality. But she was despairing and hopeless when she came to me, crying on the phone on our first call. I was shocked. I didn't expect that. In 8 or 9 months of coaching, she's gone from someone who was berated by her family and oppressed by her family to somebody who's now become, hey, what's up, guys? I'm here. I'm me. I'm alive. And now I do what I want to do. And the family is like, what's up with this chick? And she's like, yeah, well, you can tell me your preferences and your wishes because you're my family and I love you, but I love myself too. And now I'm going to tell you whether I'm going to follow those things. I don't just follow things anymore. I now live for myself. So that's the question I'm asking you. If you had a choice, what would you do? Just start choosing small choices, right? I'll give you an example. If you're at a store and you got a $20 budget and you have this crystal and this crystal, and you've got to decide, you've only got $20, you got to decide, which one do I want, right? And your dad is standing there next to you, and your healing teacher, your God, your God, your wife is standing next to you. The store owner is telling you, this crystal is better for you. You decide, which color do you like more? Which crystal speaks to you more? You decide. It's free will and it's wonderful. Fucking amazing. Do I want the vaccine or do I not want the vaccine? Which vaccine do I want? Do I even know what a vaccine is? Do I want to first go and study about vaccines for 5 years before I take one? Whatever you like, my friends. It is your life. And it is my firm wish and hope that you never get stuck again. So sit down by yourself, whether you need to meditate, you need to jog, you need to go for healing, you need to just go to a beach, go wherever you need to go and ask yourself. And in every situation, keep asking yourself, because you matter. If I had a choice about this, what choice would I make? It's a simple example, but it rewires all sorts of bullshit conditioning that's been put on you, and it brings you back to yourself, home to yourself, a blissful place. Namaste. That's not the end of the video. I just said that because it looked good in the YouTube short, right? Think ahead. If I had a choice, how would I do it? That's how I would do it in the short. So, um, she went from telling her family that to a new job. So, leaving the family business, leaving a business which she started, which fucked up, to now a stable day job, which puts money in her bank, which is necessary in Singapore because it's one of the most expensive cities on the planet. And you're going to need to earn money to spend money to live. And she also went to a new place with a new relationship. The previous relationship was not approved by her family. And that seems to be a running theme in Asian families. It even happened to my dad. He did not marry the woman he wanted to. My mom is a compromise. Or maybe it's not a compromise, but she was the next one. I mean, I don't know too deeply the story, but I know that she was the second choice, or not the second choice, but the next choice. She might be the first choice in the next period of his life, but initially there was a woman who he wanted to marry, and he hasn't. And that woman stayed unmarried because she never got to marry him. And it was the same thing with my client. The family was like, "You can't be with this guy. How will you marry him?" Humans are humans. We need to start looking at each other as not skin color, not race, not wealth, not all that bullshit. I mean, it's not bullshit totally because it is a good match, but we need to start to live in love and alignment. And although she now has a relationship which probably her family would approve of more, the point I'm trying to make on the relationship side is she's happier. And yes, that might be something she needs to work on further, where eventually it only matters how happy she is with the relationship and not what her parents think about the relationship. So there's a little bit of a cord there which is not yet broken, and I'm not sure if she will. But in the other areas where it was absolute shit in her life, she cut those out and she improved. She's taken a stand with her family and the family dynamic. She's from a very powerful family, so obviously I can't tell you who that is. In her career, she's taken a stand. Yes, I'm an entrepreneur chick and I will one day, do stuff. And she also wanted to do affiliate sales for me and so on. And why wouldn't she? I would want to do affiliate sales for anyone who's making good products too. And that's great for her. But she realized, if I had a choice, would I want money in my account now or the promise of it 12 months from now? Long term, probably both. But right now, I want money in my bank now. I want money in my bank yesterday. So she did what she could to get a job, and she got a good one. And that's great. So that's what you can do from 8 to 9 months. I haven't even gone into the deeper forms of self-care with her yet. We haven't even gone into what I'll be teaching in module 5, 4, 3, and 2 yet very deeply. Module 2 partly with her. Over 8 to 9 months of individual coaching. And she's turned her life around, because this is a very important question. If I had a choice, what would I choose? So I'll leave you with that tip. I hope it has helped you. This entire series of lives, and I'm going to link the playlist above here, which you can then watch at your own pace or binge watch it, send to all your friends and get some rad tips which will change your life for free. Leading up to the course, I'm going to release a whole bunch of these, trying to go live every day. I really enjoy this, by the way. So it's a win-win. I get to talk and you get to learn, and everyone's happy, and you get to up-level your life like crazy. So it's an upward spiral. We all benefit. So I'll leave you with that tip. I'm going to release a whole bunch till I release my course, Expressing Your Gifts, which I am going to put it on my website eventually. And it does say coming soon if you check out my website. But we're going to start with a live group coaching version first. So I like to meet people. It's just a lot of fun. So we're going to start there. And you're more than welcome to join the group coaching. It won't be very expensive for the first few batches. It's not going to go into thousands of dollars, that is for sure. It's going to be in the hundreds of USD. And depending on the number of students, we might adjust the price. So feel free to sign up there or book a call with me, which is in the YouTube description, or email me if you have some very personal questions. You don't even want to be on the phone. Fine, totally get that. I'm a counselor, so I understand. Or DM me on socials. I might miss your DM on socials. Email would be best if it's an urgent inquiry. And let's see where we go from there. And I hope this tip helps you, and the rest of the tips will help you. But for them to help you, you need to put them into practice immediately. So tonight, tomorrow, every single choice for the next 30 days, I want you to ask yourself each time you're presented with a choice. If you're in a coffee shop, would you like a latte, sir, or a mochaccino? And you're like, whatever, because I got a business meeting. No, no, no. No, whatever. Respect yourself. If I had a choice, what would I choose? Yeah, I don't really like chocolate in coffees, and I don't understand why they mix chocolate and coffee. Like, if you want coffee, drink coffee. You want to eat a chocolate, enjoy the damn chocolate. Why do you have to have a mocha? I don't understand. I would like a latte, miss. Tell her that. Get a latte and enjoy that. That simple action builds trust. With you, when you look in the mirror, you can trust that human. You can go to bed with that human. I was going to say you can have sex with that human, but you can't. That's physically impossible. But you can make love to that human emotionally. You can trust that human and feel good about yourself, and feel good that you are having free will. You need to exercise free will, guys. It's a fucking muscle. You have to exercise that muscle for it to get strong. They're going to jab you with a vaccine so you can go out. Oh, okay. But I actually hate vaccines. But okay. No, it's not okay. If you hate vaccines, that's not okay. If you love vaccines, that's great. If you don't, it's not okay. Okay? So give yourself the power of free will in that choice. And your future self, your family, your friends, and your future generations are going to thank you for it. So take care. And I'm just scrolling here to see if I have anything else to add. Thanks so much. See you on the next live, which should be tomorrow. Tell all your friends. If you're watching from the future, thank you for being here. I respect you. I love you. And I hope you have a great life ahead. Please like this video. Please subscribe and turn on the bell icon for more kick-ass tips, which will up-level you infinitely. And people are going to ask you, like they ask me, how the hell did you do that? And then you can teach them. Cheers and bye-bye.